Going on. So I finally got the Trading 212 update. So let's walk through the update with you guys, whilst also showing a little update on my ISA account. So if we go over to the portfolio tab, we can see I have a current value of £128,000. Obviously, if you want to see where it was at on my last update, you can go check and look at a previous video. Now, what's a nice change that they have now is that if you go, what you see on the left hand side, you have your value, your return, and the main part I really like is you get to see your ISA allowance here. You don't have to go up and just check every single time, how much ISA allowance you have. You can quite easily see here. And if you want to make a deposit, you can just press that plus. Obviously, it won't let me because I've used all my allowance in this for this tax year, so I'm gonna have to wait. But if we look over to the left, we can see not only does it have a total return, but it also has a rate of return. So, and obviously that changes depending on if you go the max, 1 year, 3 month, 1 month, 1 week, or 1 day. Obviously, I haven't quite worked out what calculation it's doing. If you click on it, it will tell you that it's based off the time that you put in the money, as well as the return. So you have the total return and you have the rate of return, which is the percentage growth. But it's saying it's adjusting for the size of the amount and the timing of the investments. So, but what I'm trying to work out is it should in theory be it should go less over time, because if you do the 1 day and it's 5% for that day, it should annualize it and have a lot higher rate of return if you're annualizing that day's rate of return for the year. But if you go on to the year, but yeah, as you can see, it's getting bigger and bigger. Obviously, there's a bit of disparity in the 3 month and the 1 year just because of my portfolio of Tesla increasing. But the max is at 160.8%. Now, that rate of return should be on like a yearly basis, but I have not achieved 160% rate of return. Part of the reason why I think it's done this is to do with my portfolio flatlining, and then it's just shot up, and it's trying to work out the weight of that shooting up, and it's trying to disperse, so it's taking into account the return from previous years at the start, and it's almost carrying that forward to today's. So I haven't quite worked out the rate of return yet. For me, it's just easier just to look at the what it is in the stock, and you still can do that if you just if you don't have to look at the portfolio rate of return. You can just still go on to your actual return in percentage terms by your amount, your total value. Then it's plus 54. Now, as you guys can see, Tesla has gone down quite a bit since my last update, but as you can see, my value hasn't decreased by that much. And partly because of that is the FX impacts that you've seen. So I'm up like $4,500 just on the exchange rate, just the pound weakening, and because I'm all in dollars, if I was to go back from dollars to pounds, I can buy more pounds because obviously the pound's weakening. So that is a good thing. Obviously, it doesn't really matter to me because I'm not going to sell anytime soon. And ultimately, in the longer term, depending on how the UK economy keeps going, if it keeps going like this, I think it will. Personally, I think it will be a 1-to-1. So, that's why I'm not holding any pounds or any pound assets. It's mainly to do with the UK economy just not doing too well right now. But yeah, so currently I'm sitting at 382 shares in this account. I do have more Tesla shares in another account, which is why you see some disparity between this account and my monthly portfolio update. Because obviously my monthly portfolio update, my last one, it was showing like 450-ish. I can't remember the exact amount. Obviously now I'm at like 460 when you put it across my two accounts. So that's looking quite good. A lot of people have been been commenting down below that I should diversify between, like, and just not own Tesla. Ever since I started investing, because in my opinion the opportunity, obviously not financial advice, nothing in this video should be taken as financial advice, but I've just seen such a big opportunity in Tesla from when I first started investing in Tesla in early 2021. Pretty much as soon as I turned 18, I've just been like stockpiling as much money into Tesla as possible. And initially that was 100 shares, pre 3-to-1 splits. That's about 300 shares now. And I got to 300 shares, and then I was like, then I saw ARK Invest's Tesla valuation model for 2027 at about $2,000 a share, and I was like, oh, if that comes true, times that by 500 shares, and you're at $1 million. So ever since I saw that, I think it was around 2022, because they do it 5 years out. So their 2027 valuation model was released in 2022. This was, after I'd started accumulating, and the initial goal was to get to 100, because it's just a nice number. And then after split, 300 shares. And then ever since I saw that valuation model, like in 2022, I was like, okay, 500. And then after I get to 500, that is the goal in terms of looking at other stuff. It's not that necessary I don't believe in Tesla, but when I look at Tesla, and when am I going to sell the Tesla, it's 10 plus years down the line, and obviously I need capital before that, when I'm looking to buy a house, because I'm not going to hopefully I'm not going to still live with my parents 10 years time. Hopefully I would have moved out by then, and so I need some capital. So with it, after I hit 500 shares, the goal is to start maybe putting some money into an S&P 500 and just building up a house deposit. I think I will do that in a general investing account, just because I think that Tesla growth will be so much. I will be just trying to eventually move all of my other Tesla shares from my other account, keep on putting it in to try and make my stocks and shares ISA just all Tesla, and get the 500 shares in this account, because then that'll be all tax free. So I'll just have to wait till each year goes by. It's going to take me quite a long time, because obviously you only get 20 grand a year, and obviously Tesla is going to increase. So each year, even though I keep on hitting the 20 grand, I'll be able to buy less and less shares. So obviously, yeah, if you look, I'm at 382. That's about 118 away. That's about, if you were to buy that and you to do 118, that's 2 years worth of ISA allowance, 2 more years worth of ISA allowance, and that's not including the stock price going up even more. So it might take me about 5 years to get 500 shares in this account eventually, by moving it over. And in order to do that, I might have to sell off from my other accounts. Anyway, guys, sorry, I went on a bit of a rambling there, but basically, nothing much has changed because obviously in the update, other than it shows, all your accounts down here, and you click on each one to see, and then you see each of them, so you can see that it's not a practice account, because I had some people say, oh, this is a practice account, it's not real. No, it wouldn't. This will prove it to you guys. No, it's a stocks and shares ISA, so you can see that's real money there. So that's another thing you could, because before it would just have the logo, like Trading 212, it wouldn't have the stocks ISA. So a lot of people said, oh yeah, it's a practice account, it's not actually real money. You're faking it. But no, this is real money. It's taken a long time to get to this place, and apart from that, I haven't really seen anything else. Obviously there is some changes in, like, some other small changes, but the main change that is the rate of return here, and show your ISA allowance showing up here. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed, please make sure to like, subscribe. We're trying to hit 100 subscribers by the end of January. So if you guys, because over 90% of you guys watching these videos aren't subscribed. So if like half of you subscribed, we'll easily hit the 100 subscribers like in the next week or so. So please subscribe. It will mean a lot to me. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.